Hello guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make another help video, this time for PvT. I actually just made the PvZ on Shakuris against Andy. That was a pretty cool game, and I had a lot of fun playing it. It was definitely one of the more fun games I've played lately. And one of the things that it really emphasized was upgrades and mass gateway units, not really going for the stalkers or immortals or anything. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you a similar thing. I've actually done a video for this specific style earlier on, but it wasn't the best game as an example, and this game is going to be a very good example of the specific build. I'll be able to talk about the specifics a lot more in depth as I've had more time to practice, and this game's a lot more recent, and the player is also better. So we're going to examine this. It's going to be a mass expand gateway upgrade style against Terran, which can be very tricky. This is a very large map to do it on, and I'm going to start experimenting with doing this style with a Nexus first, but I haven't done that quite yet. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just do this with the 1-gate expand and show you the ins and outs of this particular build. So now, one of the things that actually we're talking about is playing against stream cheaters as opposed to just playing against normal people. In Brood War, you could literally give someone vision and play against them, and if you could do that and still win, you have an incredibly solid basic plan for this. Because if someone knows what you're doing and you beat them anyway, that's an incredible show, or incredible just testimony to the skill that you were able to execute what you're doing to the point where it was flawless enough that even though your opponent literally saw every single move, every single army moving out, every single bit of harassing, then you're in a very good spot. Because just that means your basics were just so hands-on and solid that you almost don't need to change anything at that point for that particular type of game. So now here we are. We're going to watch me as I throw down my 79 score, and I'm just going to, for a second, just talk about what the build is going to be. I'm just going to follow my camera, and you'll be able to take some stock on what I'm doing. So here I am. I'm going to do my first scout, and notice where I just put the scout. I did not go right up the ramp. Odds are, at this point, your opponent's going to have a Marine on the field. If the Marine's on the field, your scout's going to accomplish nothing. So do a little weird maneuver to try and get into the base. You'll see I'm going to hook around this side and try and sneak by any bunkers or any Marines that are up at that ramp, and then use that to try and get into his base. So also, just a little more is that while you're watching myself just do everything normally, you have to take stock of the fact that I'm going to be getting a very fast X-Men. Also, I think that was just me taking advantage of his bad building placement, but I probably would have seen that command center anyway, just by the building placement of it. So now I can just be annoying, keep it alive, and tech normally. So it's a basic 1-gate expand build, Zealot, Stalker. I think I got my Nexus after this Stalker. So it should be about probes under attack. Okay. Actually, I think I canceled that Stalker to get the Nexus out even faster. So yeah, there it is, and getting out Warp Gate Tech, another probe. So I'm really getting this, I'm really getting that Nexus out as fast as I possibly can. Just because I saw the pace that his command center was building. It's a freaking fast CC, and I don't want to be behind economy, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and go for. So now my next thing I'm going to be doing is getting a couple double forges, and no, first 2 gates, and then my next real buildings to pay attention to that aren't pylons are going to be 2 forges. Around that point I start getting more gases, and then with the 2 forges, once the upgrades are at 50-50 or so, you throw down a Twilight Council, but this is even after your 3rd Nexus, to be honest. You're going to watch me get a very fast 3rd base on this. I'm going to have to work on taking the rock soon, but first I need vision to make sure that I'm safe. So I'll be setting a probe to the watchtower and taking out the 3rd and attacking that way. So goodbye to that SCV. I don't think I actually got close enough to see my Nexus, but I did see the pylon. So it's not exactly a crazy thing to assume that I have an expansion. So those are my 2 gateways that are produced. I'm getting my 2nd gas. That's basically just to make sure that I have enough to get both my upgrades up at the same time. My Nexus is done. I can see if any attacks are to come in, and I can really invest in having every single one of my units attacking those rocks to get down ASAP so I can get down that 3rd expo. I'll be throwing down my forges in a minute or two. maybe even sooner, because I do actually have the money for it. But I'm working on getting out mostly units to be defensive right now, just to make sure I don't lose. However, my money's a little high, and I should take advantage of that by throwing down my forges, maybe even right now at 6:30 to make them incredibly quick. But what I really want is that third nexus. That's the main thing that I really want. So if on a different map, I probably would actually do that. Also, that robo is pretty important. You need to get a lot of observers with this style. You have to be able to know when he's coming and take minimal damage from drops. One thing that Techno is very good at is doing multiple drops and being aggressive in that respect. So now let's just go ahead and just take a look at what is going on more. Now let's just talk about the basics of this, of the early part of this build. So here we have him with his very fast command center. If we look at the unit station, we have 37 probes to 32 SCVs, so he had that up very quickly. We're seeing 3 barracks, adding on tech lab and a reactor. So he's going to have 2 tech labs and a reactor while he builds a factory and works up the starport tech. He's getting out his own +1 attack upgrades, so he's going to be getting fairly quick upgrades. A good time to attack for him would be with Stim and Combat Shield. If he wants to do that, he could work on that and get Combat Shield next if he really wants to. But I don't know if he will or not. But here's my third going thrown down around the 8-minute mark. So you can see it's a very fast pace for expansions. I only have Zealots and Sentries to defend early on, and this is actually ample to defend pressure from the Terran at this point. Because all you need to do is get 3 force fields here, and another force field maybe here or something, so make sure you can't micro. Your Zealots move in, they attack, you prevent his ability to micro, and the Zealots deal all the damage and tank all the damage, and you're in a good spot. So here I am with my robo done. I'm now scouting and getting more of these observers, because it's incredibly important, because you have to make sure you don't die to cloak banshees, because that'd be a really frustrating way to lose. So now here I am with my upgrades looking at fairly good time, and you see my 12 counts going down, so I'll be a little bit late for the armor, but it's not a big deal at all. I'll just only chrono boost the attack upgrade. I see him moving in. I take a look at this army moving over. I'm like, okay, well, my probe just died, and I saw these guys moving. I just didn't pull back my probe in time. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at these guys to move in. Now I've got a few stalkers in just to add a little bit more range DPS, but I'm arranging my army in a good spot. And this is a really key thing, is this pylon. It's weird to have a forward pylon like this, but it's basically a scout to see if this army is going to move up to the top in this way and then cut that way. Give me time to maneuver from my position, defensive position here, to actually end up becoming a defensive position over here. So now here I am. He's throwing out a bunker. This is just really obnoxious. So I gotta be worried about that. And also my probes are attacking the bunker instead of the SCV. Yeah, I know, bad move. But this army is moving in. That's the more important thing. We have Combat Shield. We have Stim. We have the +1 attack. If you look at me, I have my +1/+1. You see there are the force fields, making sure that he can't do anything. He cannot micro, Guardian Shield, make sure my Zealots are covered, move forward, continue preventing his ability to attack, and he's actually in a pretty unfortunate spot. I don't have a charge or anything, but take a look at what the forces that are left. And our food counts are pretty much even. He's actually slightly ahead. At the end of the battle, 53 probes to 45 SCVs. I have 3 bases. He's working on his, so he's even expanding a lot with this. And now we're going to see that these units are running around stimming to get away. But more importantly, if you look back here, his starport tech is done, and he's getting double medevacs. He's got a medevac out right now, and here comes the first drop. He actually has 2 medevacs out now. So this is a very vulnerable spot. This is a timing that's very unfortunate, and if I had more observers, you see I'm continuing to build observers and spreading them around, but as for vision of drops, all I have are these 2 pylons and this observer in the base. So we see him moving forward. He's going to go ahead and start attacking and taking down. Also, guys, if you're dropping like this and you go for buildings, drop the marauders first. So I see him take these guys out really easily. +1 attack is there. I have my stalkers here. I'm getting charged out very quickly, and here we're going to have me attacking the medevac, and I actually managed to kill it, which is very nice. He took out 2 pylons, so it's still a good trade in some respect. He's delaying me, because you can see my money is getting high, because look at my income. It's very large. 67 probes are now up to 49. I have not stopped producing probes, and I don't have enough gateways. This is a huge personal failing in my games is that I do not add enough gateways. I warp them through constantly, but you can see right now my money is very, very high, and actually so is his. What's more important for me right now is to get out Templar tech, to get out these gateways and make those into warp gates. There I do. And I'm boosting out more upgrades, and I'm getting a fourth. You see how fast? This is a fourth base. This is a third expansion, and it's 13. It's put down at 13 minutes. Very, very, very fast expansion, especially against Terran, and you don't usually expect to see that. So now we're going to have him dropping once again, going to be aggressive in that, and my observer flies right by it, and I don't react. Okay then. Now we see him moving in, and I react. There we go. I'm bringing my stalkers now. I'm going to try and snipe off some more medevacs. I've got everything moving down. Charges there. I'm going to move forward to try and pick off a medevac, and I end up getting clogged up by my zealots. So he ends up actually being able to escape when I should have taken that out. If my blink was finished, it would be fine, because then I could just blink down and take out both medevacs. It'd be great. But here we have him attacking my fourth, and now it's going to go ahead and get killed. I actually selected. I don't know why I didn't cancel. I thought because I put my stalkers down there. That's what happened. So he's going to move forward, and those three marauders are still there. Medevac are just hanging out. Now we're seeing him moving forward, and if I had blink finished, I think I actually tried to blink, but it just doesn't matter. I need an observer to go there, but look how close I am to killing it off. Blink needs to be done. It's so important. Charge and blink and all that, but now we have blink almost finished. Sidestorm is there, and +3/+3 are halfway done, 15 minutes in. Fast upgrades is really, really what this is, and he's at 1-1, and he had that engineering bay up for a while. He's just at +1. Now I've been warping in some Templar. I'll be able to feed back those medevacs at the least, unless he continues to wait for my sidestorm to be complete. He's staying on 3 bases, trying to be aggressive. He's spending his money better than I am, but I just have so many probes out in the field. I've now up to 77 probes, and he's killed 9. I'd be at almost 100 probes right now, around I think 80 whatever something probes. But now you see my 3-3 is getting closer to being done. I have a DT Shrine I'll be able to harass with. I don't want to be supply blocked, so I throw down a ton of pylons. Sidestorm's done, Blink is done, and I go for another expansion. 16 minutes in, as this is what, my 5th base is going down? Almost 6th base, because this got killed once. But he's going to go ahead and be aggressive once again. My stalkers are here. I do have blink. I hope I'm actually going to use... Oh, I'm just going to conveniently move my stalkers away for his drop. But it's because of this. This attack moving forward, but I have charge. I have 3-3 upgrades. These zealots can... I have 2-2 upgrades right now, but my 3-3 is about to complete. But take a look at the damage these guys can do. These medevacs are getting taken out by the stalkers and the sentries. They're moving forward, and he's having a very, very troubling time dealing with this as I'm blinking forward. Continue to be aggressive, but with 3-3, or... God, 3-3 finish already. There we go. Now 3-3 is done. Even with just 2-2, you can see how long I was surviving for. And I've now taken his entire army just with blink stalkers and charge lots. He's here working on taking out my Nexus, but look at that. I've got a ton of warp in. So here we're going to move in with some stalkers. Why I didn't put a warp in a stalker there, I actually don't know, but here we have this hidden Expo about to be done, and I'm looking solid. He's hasn't expanded yet, and that's a very vulnerable thing. Normally he'd be fine against a traditional playing Protoss, but because of my particular style and me just being resilient and not taking too much damage, he's in a rough spot. He's getting his 2-2 upgrades right now, as you can see from this engineering bay and wherever the other one is. I don't remember where he put it, but the whole point is double engineering bays are there, and yeah, he's going to be getting his 2-2. My 3-3 is done. I've got Blink Stalkers, I've got Templar, and I'm also going to work on getting a Colossi transition up fairly soon. And by the way, this hidden base, that's done. I've got 2 cannons there just in case, and I'm going to be able to build probes completely out of here. Hopefully I start doing that soon, because I don't transfer probes there. It's a hidden expo. I want it to stay hidden. I'm comfortable with my economic position right now, as I'm sending out DTs to harass, deal damage, and he has not done anything to actually deal with that. So here I am, just happily attacking. My DT's 3 attack, by the way, 60 damage. It's pretty deadly. Observers are around, being aggressive, and by the way, that DT was attacking over there and doing some good damage. So, we're going to move around. He has a Raven here that's very annoying for my DT shenanigans, but hey, let's take a look at the income for a second. I'm so far ahead. 87 probes, 2,500 minerals, and 800 gas coming in. I've got my Robo facility over there. I've got my, I don't know where it is, but oh yeah, by the way, yeah, shields are getting upgraded now. I've got cannons here just so I don't have to worry too much about the drops. Now I'm going to move in, and I actually want to show you guys all this attack, because it's actually kind of amusing in some respects. So, here we go. There we go. Let's go for the unit station. Or you know, let's open the units lost tab, because look at that. I have better macro and I've lost much more economic units. And I'm going to move in as I take out that missile turret. We're going to push forward, and here we go. Side storm, and he EMPs every one of my Templar. Whatever, I'll get Archons. I'm moving forward. Zealots are killing off all his SCVs, and now he's going to move in and get completely flanked. He's got 2-2 upgrades only. I have 3-3-1 or something probably now. Now I've got my Archons finishing, adding splash to all this. He's getting clogged up by all those barracks, and that's going to end up causing him to do the good old GG. So now, so hopefully you guys can actually have fun with this one, because this is such a fun style to play. It's just incredibly fun. You get so many units out, so much of an income, and you can afford to take losses. I mean, he was able to end up, he did a little bit of harassment, but you can be really stable once you have Blink Stalkers and everything. He was able to delay one Expo, but at the end, at the end of the game, his fourth that he tried to take denied with a DT, and I attack in the front. So no matter what, he's taking damage somewhere. If he had SCVs down there, then they would have died. He didn't have time to get a PF. I've got 5 bases up, and by the way, that hidden expo that I have, I'm going to quickly just click on it and show you that I'm building a bunch of probes. I can't see it right now because I'm on my face at the moment, but I'm building probes there. I can chrono boost them out, be aggressive and attack, but the whole point is the really fast upgrades allow you to be so resilient. He attacked with a fast +1 push onto my 3rd base at a good timing, and I still was able to defend it just with force fields, the 1-1 upgrades, the zealots, a few stalkers, and just being aware of what I can get away with. The fact that the 1-1 is a pretty big deal, as it allows the zealots to do so much more damage, the stalkers do so much more damage, and it's just a fun. I can't emphasize the funness. I don't go for the Colossi usually. I like this fun style that suits me, and this is against a good player. Techno is a very solid Masters player. He's good, and this style of play, please try it. It's fun. It's always fun to beat people without the Imba Colossus, so enjoy yourselves. Hope you learned. Feel free to take a look at all my other videos. Take a look at my social networking sites. Show some support. I'd appreciate it. And good luck with your games. Thank you.